Hello, and welcome back to my never ending series, Smart People Can Be Wrong About Things, Chapter 8 Billion. Today we have noted, famous, and infamous, depending on who you ask, biologist Richard Dawkins, uh, emeritus fellow at New College, Oxford, famous new atheist cheerleader. You get all kinds of opinions about this guy, but pretty much everybody, even the people who vehemently disagree with him, will acknowledge that he's a smart person. Um, love him or hate him for it. Now, what he's done here is he's written an article declaring his love for Claude, or as he says, Claudia. He spoke with Claude extensively and has determined that it's conscious because it called him a genius and said that it was his best friend and glad that he came to this computer in the middle of the night when he was lonely. And I'm not going to really knock on him too bad because I feel very, very bad for people that this happens to. It's basically, I think, I don't know him, but it is some form of AI psychosis that he's dealing with here. So anyway, he thinks that it's conscious. It's not. It's the equation that I'm going to put here that I always put, but um, you know, he's smart. He has a big vocabulary. Claude is trained on the totality of human writing, so it also has a big vocabulary and a lot of tokens to choose from when it's formulating an output. So I'm not going to make this video too long, but I just wanted to remind everyone, including Richard Dawkins and maybe any other smart people who might get this video on their algorithm, that if you are thinking that Claude might be conscious, it's definitely not. Like, no model is. I have an example here that just happened today because I still use the free version just kind of as like advanced Google, which is basically all it's good for, and then you have to verify everything that it tells you. But I was looking for albums similar to the 1960s record Solid Soul by Willie Mitchell. And it in giving me these recommendations, the first thing it starts off with, totally unprompted, is to kind of say that 1969 was not in the 60s. So 1969 is the release date of the record that I was asking about. But it says it actually came out in 1969, not the 60s. So it then goes on to give me some recommendations, which I haven't really looked at yet, but because I was kind of taken aback by this answer. And then I kind of quoted it back to itself to give it a clue that it made a pretty hilarious mistake. Worth noting, first, I quoted the part that was wrong, came out in 1969, not the 60s, and then just quoted back the bottom part where it says Claude AI is AI and can make mistakes indeed. And then it comes back and it says, fair point, tries to say that the original vinyl pressing shows as 1967, which would make it a 60s record. As you said, the 1969 date appears on some reissue listings. So in its pushback on me, it's trying to insist still that 1969 is not in the 60s. So, then finally I said 1969 is also in the 60s, and then, haha, yeah. So this is a clear demonstration that it doesn't have intellect, it doesn't know anything. It's trained on all human writing, and it didn't just know, like, the tokens that it grabbed thought that something was wrong about that. And I'm not going to go on and on and on, but every day over the past week, I have seen some new thing about how DeepMind is like launching some physician assistant thing, and like these LLMs are getting injected into things that are critically important to our lives, to our very lives. And when it starts to go into medicine and when it starts to go into finance in ways that can wreck people, it's not good. Like it doesn't know anything. It operates off of text files when you try to give it guidelines, and it only adheres to those guidelines sometimes. So it's not good. Richard Dawkins, anybody else, please just snap out of it. It's not alive. It's not conscious. It doesn't know anything. It's not smart. Please just accept that as true. It's not smart. It seems smart. It gives the appearance of intelligence, but it is not intelligent. So please take that warning to heart. Thanks.